Am I audible, all of you? Any questions, any doubts? Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to help you with little bit of understanding of EC2, and after that I'll directly move to the demo because too much of slides is not good for any sessions. So if I show you the demo, probably you'll find more interesting and stuff like that. Okay, so EC2. So what do we call it? EC2? We call it Elastic Cloud Compute. In simple way, EC2. You can call it instance also if you get used to it. It's up to you. So what exactly this is? So basically EC2 is your virtual machine, that's all. The same virtual machine you might have created in your laptop also using a VMware or vSphere. It's a virtual machines. But these virtual machines is not in your laptop but running in some edges on AWS, in the AWS cloud. That's all. So guys, what are the characteristics of EC2, Amazon EC2? So first thing is, this is available in a different locations. So remember that we had a multiple regions actually. So yes, you can get it wherever you want. Any part of the world you want to run virtual machines. Let's say you have a customer in South America. So yes, you can run the VMs in South America itself. Cool. Choice of instance families with the different resource ratios. Instance family means multiple choice is available in terms of CPU selection, RAM selection, operating systems, and stuff like that. Here, extensive list of supported operating system and software. See, you want to create a VMs, virtual machines, but for what? For containing what? So you want to have some VMs with Ubuntu, CentOS, Fedora, Debian, SUSE, Windows, different version. What do you want? Or you want the software to be installed in that VM itself directly. That is also possible. So yes, it's very extensive. You can import and export virtual machines also. You can use for the integration with other AWS services also, and purchasing multiple purchasing options for the cost optimizations. So these are the some of the characteristics of Amazon EC2, and these are the type of EC2 instance. Here you have EC2 instance type. There's a on-demand, reserved, spot, and dedicated. Okay, so on-demand means, simple way I will say, on demand means now I need a virtual machine now, so I just go to AWS and create it. That's all. Now I may have you can also do the reserving of the virtual machines also. Let's say I will say, hey AWS, I need 4 CPU, 16 GB RAM of compute services like virtual machines. I want to reserve for 1 year. That means continuously 24/7, 365 days in a week. I want to reserve for. That is also you can do that. Okay. So spot means spot means in a simple way, if I say for you can get the virtual machines compute, but basically through the bidding process. And if someone has outbidded you, then that will go to him. It's like a bidding for compute. I'll discuss a little bit in detail little bit later, but here I'm just introducing you spot. Spot means in a simple way, say you bid for the compute unit which is available in the market at your price rate. Let's say AWS has made 30% of their compute infrastructure for the bidding. So they're saying, hey, for time being, my utilization is not so high, and I just want to make the 30% of my resources available as part of the bidding process. That means anyone who's bidding for it, may bid for it as per their prices and can use it, no problem in it. So that's a bidding, you can say, in AWS spot. And dedicated means, yes, you want the dedicated resources, compute power for it. So dedicated is like a place where you get a dedicated data center, dedicated servers, only which is designed for you. Okay. So at a high level, you understood that on demand, reserved, spot, and dedicated. All of you. Okay. So now, guys, here I think it's more precise. On-demand instance, pay by the hour on AWS. Reserved instance, you purchase at the significant discount instances that are always available, and you can buy up to the 1 to 3 years terms. Scheduled instance, purchase instance that are always available on the specified recurring schedule for the 1 year term. So scheduled and reserved is almost same. Little bit of difference. It will recur the schedules again. Spot instance, bid on the unused instances which can run as long as they are available and your bid is above the spot price. Simple. Remember, bid for unused instances which can run as long as they are available and your bid is above the spot price. Dedicated instance, pay by the hour for this instance that run on a single tenant hardware. And dedicated host means pay for a physical host that is fully dedicated to your running your instances. So these are the different options which you have it. In these sessions, we'll try on demand only because there is no use of reserved, scheduled, spot, dedicated, and stuff like that. Okay. So how do we understand the compute unit actually? So EC2 compute unit, which you call it ECU, which is a relative measure of processing power, abstract CPU hardware changes. One ECU is equivalent to 1.0 to 1.2 gigahertz 2007 Intel operations and 2010. These are the CPU basically. Consistent amount of CPU capacity regardless of hardware. Each instance type may be based on different physical processors, manage consistency through the benchmark and test. Okay, so here this is the CPU specification. Again, they keep introducing the different hardware for it, and you will have a changes here. On demand, we understood, but on demand is and when you compare the reserved instance, on demand is little higher compared to reserved. But again, if you compare with your VMs which you create in your organization, that compared to that is low cost. So low cost and flexible with a no upfront cost, ideal for auto scaling groups and unpredictable workloads. It's very good for the dev and testing purpose, which can be used for the temporary purpose. Reserve instance, steady state and predictable uses, application that need reserve capacity. Upfront payment reduce hourly rate and scheduled RIs match your capacity reservation to a predictable recurring schedule. Spot, flexible start and end time. Grid computing and HPC, very low hourly compute cost. Dedicated, which is predictable performance, complete isolation, and most expensive. So in this, which is the most expensive? Dedicated. Which is the most cheapest one? Spot. Third one, reserve, and then on demand, like that. So now here you have different images options you will see at AWS, and you just name it, you will have the image options for EC2. You will also get to know images which has a software installed in it. Yes. So here you see you have hundreds and hundreds of thousands of software. You will have it installed in EC2 images, and which you can use directly. Okay. Now this is important for all of you. Every instance is assigned, means every virtual machine is assigned with private IP and public IP address. Okay, though they will get assigned the private DNS name also and public DNS name also. Now, what is the difference between public and private? I'll show you during the demo. You can in fact buy a EIP also, and you can get used to it. So EIP means elastic IP address. Now you'll say what is the difference between elastic IP address, and public IP address and private IP address. During the demo, I'll discuss a little bit more in context. You'll understand. Okay, so before me talking about more slides, I feel that I should show you some of the demo, and then the discussions will be much easier. What do you think, all of you? Yeah, so let's move on to the doing the stuff, and accordingly we'll go through the slides, because slides become long and running the slides will not help us to learn the stuff. So now guys, this is the AWS. Okay, now if you see that here, I have a few options: contact us, support, some languages. See my account, I'm not logged in by the way, but you can see that some of the options here, and sign in to the console. And please read this here, it will help you to understand and come out of this fear of AWS. Sign in to the console. Now I have one account which is called root account. Now what is a root account and what is a IAM account? I'll show you. I'll talk about it one by one. So sign in. I have a user ID and password and a sign in. And this is your console. So right now you see that here in on my console, I have recently visited applications. So these are the services which I recently visited. These are some of the AWS health related stuff you have. How much cost I have used it, theory I have, and the top cost for the current month. So CloudWatch, EC2, all this thing you have here. Okay, and some of the quick ways to get started is here. Build the solution. For example, you want the virtual machines, or you want to buy a domain, or you want to start a new project of coding, or you want to build an app, or IoT, or serverless, or migrating, or some customized virtual servers and stuff like that. So just become comfortable here. And here you see, all of you, see which region I am selected, Asia Pacific. And now you see that all of us have a different regions. So here you have some of the USA region, Africa, Asia, Europe, and so on. Are you able to understand this? So now let's see, if I want to work in a different region, I will go Ohio. So this is the Ohio region, and interface will be same, but you'll be creating a resources on Ohio region. Now here, logged in information, multiple things are there. Account, organizations, all these things one by one we discuss a little bit later. Let's say you want to reach out to the support. So this is support center. I think if you are using AWS from today, and then you need to talk to the support sometime, and here you can create a ticket case for it. You should not ask the technical questions, only the questions which is related to AWS services, billings, and stuff like that. By the way, there are certain paid services are also there. For you guys, I think you can use this place for, let's say, if by mistake some of the bills has come and deducted from your, I mean, billing has come monthly actually. So billing has come and now you have to pay for it. So in that case, you can ask for the waive off and all during the learning period. But they will also do the auditing whether it's a genuine request or not, or it's just a misuse of their resources. Okay, so please, you can remember this one. Probably it might save some of your money here. And I'll go here and cancel this and go for services. Click on the home page and here. Now earlier the UI was little different, but last month only they have changed it. So this UI, you can say whether you like it or not. To be honest, I don't like it because I got used to that last UI, but nothing difference they have. They have customized the home page, and what you can do here is see services. See that. So these are the categories of services they have it. Okay, storage all services here you have. Security, identity, and compliance here you have. Satellites, robotics, quantum technology, networking services, migrations and transfer, media services, management and governance, machine learning, IoT, game development, like that you can see that. So yes, 5,000 services are there in these categories. One of this today we're going to focus on compute, and tomorrow uh, networking and all, and database and developer tools. You see that here, developer tools. Here you have a database, and many things are there actually. So yes, if you understand this, you can browse this. By the way, you can search for also. So let's say one of the services which you know by now is EC2. So I'll just search for EC2 and see here. It says virtual servers in the cloud. Again, when you search for EC2, you may get more other options also. But right now, stick to the one which I'm teaching you so that it will help you to get started. So this is the things which you have. There are a few things which we have. Add widgets. You can change, you can design this stuff also, this dashboard. Add widget, reset to default layout, and revert to previous console home. All these things you can do that. Each widget you can add and delete. Remove widget, and here also if you don't want this one, you can remove this widget and all, and it will help you. Are you understanding, all of you? So now our focus today is compute, right? So if I click on the compute, you see so many options. But you think EC2 is a one service? No. If you go and click on EC2, EC2 itself is having hundreds of service. Okay, here you see. This is the EC2 dashboard. Now you see that. Remember that I'm in North Virginia. You need to be a little bit careful actually, because we all will work in the only one region. Now, which region we will all work, I will select a little bit later and inform you. So by mistake also, you should not work in the other region. That way it will create a problem for us. Okay, what problem? So let's say you have created some of the resources by mistake and I will forget to delete it. Then you know that what will happen, right? So this will keep charging us. So it's very easy for us when we want to work for the one region. Now here you see that I went for compute and then click on the EC2 and then I got this dashboard. So today, most of the time you have to work with this dashboard. By the way, this itself has hundreds of services. If you want to get comfortable, look at this. Here, so many options are there to know about it. Now, remember that I said, hey, there are multiple instance type. So here you see all the reserved will be here, all the dedicated will be here, all the scheduled will be here, all the spot will be here, and stuff like that. Okay, and on spot you can get it here on instances. Okay, so how many instances running? 0. Dedicated host, 0. Instances total you created which not also running, but everything 0. Elastic IP address, IPs, just to understand, 0. What is elastic? We need to take it in the context of demo, then you'll understand. Key pairs, load balancer, security groups, volumes, snapshot, and placement groups. Okay, so you want to create a how many zones you have? Look at this here. Zones means anyone? Availability zone. Correct, no? So North Virginia, you see that almost 6 zones are there. In Mumbai, there are 3 others. Okay, so here many other stuffs are there, widgets and all. This you cannot customize. You can customize the home page. This you cannot customize. There are some refresh options are there which you need every time. The setting button, you have it. What you want to see, what you don't want to see, you have here and get. Okay, so guys, now when you want to create an VMs, what do we do? Here, click on this, and again it's a new dashboard, and here you have to launch an instance, and right now it's a filter enabled running. Clear the filter, no instance are there, and we'll have to launch this. Okay, so we'll get into this little bit in some time, but before that I'll get your information so I can give you the access also. So guys, so far so any questions? Are you comfortable with this UI part? I'll give you access and you can access as well, but so far so good. Any questions, any doubts? Yeah, so now I'll show you, I'll give you access. Okay, and before giving access I need to talk about IAM in short. Okay, but before that I'll get your all the information. So just
Hello everyone, if you would like to access the remaining videos of this playlist of 50 plus more tools which are coming under DevOps, DevSecOps, SRE, DataOps, GitOps, etc. Kindly become our channel members by clicking on the joining button. You would have access to hundreds of playlists and 1000s of videos lifetime access with this membership. Enjoy.
Thanks for watching. Want to study further? Join our training programs today.